Screen protectors are one of the most common accessories that you can apply to your electronic device, whether they be smartphones, tablets, or I think I recall a kick-proof TV at one point. I guess it functions as a screen protector, maybe. Anyway, generally, the point of screen protectors is to apply a little bit more protection to your device. Unless, of course, you're coming from the camp that does not believe in screen protectors, considering that, the phone and the tablet are already super expensive, so, adding, like, plastic or an extra glass layer won't really do anything. I mean, if you're from that camp, I'm not going to argue with you. You're entitled to your own opinion. However, with the price that I have to pay for electronic devices, and considering that I do live in a third world country, any extra protection is a welcome one. Now that that's been established, and you guys know that I am pro screen protector, let's talk about the different variants of screen protectors that are available. Now, generally, there are 3, unless I'm mistaken, and there's more. In this case, you guys should leave a, comment down below so I'll know if I'm missing something. But as far as I am aware, there is the plastic screen protector, which basically just protects you from minor scratches because there is a plastic layer on top which should protect your phone or tablet or any other screen. I'm not so much a fan of this as I am of the glass screen protector, which does the same thing, protects it from scratches, and also because it's glass, most of the tempered layering will, in theory, protect you from bumps and some minor drops. So the glass will break instead of your screen. How effective this is, though, depends on the manufacturer and also the rating, whether it's 7H, 9H, whatever this is. I mean, there's a lot of ratings out there. Sometimes they can be completely false even, so you don't know what you're getting. But they do offer a small layer of protection. Finally, there is the matte screen protector, which is, as far as I know, it's to preserve the visibility in sunlight, because generally most of the time electronic devices do not function very well in sunlight, just because they do emit light, and sunlight is also emitting light, so you get like this weird thing where it kind of blocks the light from in there emitting to your eyes, which makes it hard to see. You get the point. Anyway, because of this, matte screen protectors make it a little bit easier to see in sunlight, and also if you do use your phone or your tablet for writing, applying a matte screen protector will make it a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Rough. I think that's the word. It'll make it a little more rough, add a little bit more texture, so it will feel a little bit more like writing on paper as compared to writing on glass, which most of our phones are made of anyway. Generally, I would recommend a glass screen protector, but not with this, because this is an e-ink screen. And this is actually the Onyx Boox Note 3, which is a Mobius Carta e-ink screen, not to be confused with the older Carta e-ink screen. As you can see here on my Kindle, which is the former e-Carta e-ink screen. But we're not going to discuss that today. I'm not sure when you guys are watching this, but hopefully you're watching this a little late, and there should be a link up here which will kind of, I'll talk about the evolution of e-ink technology and how these new screens are different from the older first integration of e-ink screens. But if that's not available yet, then you guys should just sub to the channel, because that will eventually come up. And if you sub and you hit this notification bell down below, when that video does release, you will be updated and you will know right away, and you will be able to hear my lecture regarding e-ink. Getting back on topic. The main point of having an e-ink device is you want something as close to paper as possible without killing a bunch of trees. And because you want it as close to paper as possible, one of the things that e-ink screens have that is not available for LCDs and OLED screens is the fact that it is very visible in sunlight. Like you can see right here. There is no backlighting on this device, but it's basically, 90% close to paper, I would say. Not as good as paper, but it's close enough. So it is visible in sunlight. And if you apply a plastic or glass screen protector, you would lose that visibility just because a glass or plastic screen protector is reflective. Therefore, you wouldn't be able to see it as well in sunlight while maintaining the same paper-like look. It would provide you with additional protection, but at the cost of visibility in daylight, which I think is, well, kind of a trade-off. Now, it can be said that you can compensate for this because these devices do have a backlight. So even if you apply a glass screen protector and it's hard to see in daylight, you can compensate for this by, well, simply turning on the backlight. But, that brings me to my second point of why you want a different type of screen protector. It is that e-ink screens are generally very energy efficient. And if you're turning on the backlight, it does take up a lot more energy than if you, had no backlight. Still, it is a lot less energy expensive. You guys get my point. It uses up a lot more energy if you're using a traditional OLED. That's not traditional. If you're using a traditional LCD screen or OLED screen as compared to e-ink, because this only takes about a fraction of power to change and to display things. Again, different video. Come back for that one. So that being said, you do not want to apply a glass or plastic screen protector. You want to get a matte screen protector. Again, for two reasons. One, maintaining the paper-like feel. And this also applies to writing because this is a writing device. You want to maintain the feel of how it feels like when you write. And second, visibility in daylight because again, it's e-paper. We want to use it as close as possible to paper, without it being paper. So after several weeks of trying to find a matte screen protector that would offer additional protection to my device without compromising any of the visual quality, I finally found something that I think is very useful. It is the Healing Shield brand from Korea. And why did I get this third-party screen protector? If you guys saw my unboxing video where I tried to apply the default Onyx Boox screen protector, you would know that that is one of the hardest and most difficult screen protectors I have ever tried to apply in my life. Therefore, I had to hunt for a third-party screen protector. And it doesn't seem like many people apply a screen protector. Again, they're probably from the camp where we don't need a screen protector. Once again, third world country, I need a screen protector. So finally, I've divided the video into several parts. So I want you guys to check it out. And I think you're going to like this review. So, without further ado, here we go. So the third-party screen protector I ordered finally arrived. As usual, it is from Amazon. Because I tried to get this direct from Korea. It would actually have been a lot cheaper if I found a way to get it from Korea. Apparently it's on Lazada, Rakuten, some other markets. However, I could not seem to find a way to ship it to the Philippines. So I had to go through the long route where I had to order it from the Amazon US store and then it would ship to the Philippines. So it took 3 weeks. It's a lot longer than any of the other devices I've ever gotten from direct Asia shipping. However, it's finally here. So as usual, I will be unboxing this. Well, unwrapping it, unboxing it, seeing what's inside. And then we're going to see if it did a little bit better than, the last one, which is the one that was pre-included in the Onyx Boox Note 3. Let's check it out now. Okay, it's a box, not a very special box. Oh, come on. Useless sister. And it's kind of open already. Made by Healing Shield. Okay, it's ISO. Contact us, but mostly only in Korea. Overseas Pawn 3. Yep, so it's from Korea. What's inside this thing? Okay, there's an applicator, there's the shield, and then there are instructions. Oh, there's English instructions, so I should be able to understand what I'm doing. Let's try it out. For this, because I failed the last few times and this is kind of expensive, I will try to apply this, well, in the bathroom, because that's the closest thing I have to a clean room, where I'll just turn up the steam and hopefully it'll keep the dust down. Yeah, I'll be honest with you guys, I don't have high hopes for this, but because it's so expensive, if I fail again, that's it, I'm done. I'm already doing everything I can to minimize the dust, so hopefully that works. Here we go. I mean, there's some dust left here, a little bit, but it shouldn't affect the breathability so much. I think this might be okay. I mean, definitely you can see some particles of dust, but it's not. I'm gonna keep it on for a while and see how it works with it. Might not be so bad. Okay, that definitely was not perfect. You could obviously see that I made some error in that. There's about a dust speck or two under the protector. That's more due to human error versus the quality of the protector. So let's look at what it looks like now. So here we go. Let's see now what this looks like. It's definitely different. It cuts down on the outside light, so when you look at it like this, it's reduced. There's not much glare. Prior to applying this, there was a little bit more glare. I mean, it's not so noticeable, but there is a lot less glare now, so this might be kind of good. You can see I made a little bit of a mistake. As you can see here in the top right corner, I did not apply this perfectly, so it's a little off-center. And there is about one very noticeable and one not so noticeable dust bubble here. But that was more due to my error, and I don't want to try applying this again just because, I mean, it's readable. It's not perfect. Obviously, if you're a perfectionist, the edges here where you can't see everything might bother you. But screen-wise, it's alright. Now, I do have to admit, it is a little blurrier, or not as clear as it was prior to me applying this screen protector. Okay, this is the Mina no Nihongo PDF. It's a little blurrier than what it used to be. But I can probably fix it by applying more contrast. Yeah, I mean, that fixes it. You can easily fix that problem by just applying more contrast to things. So it shouldn't, I mean, for the extra protection, it's alright. How about we check out what it looks like with manga? Okay, so this is Blame. Because it cuts down a little bit on the light. Again, there you can see a little bit of a dust particle, and that was my fault, but it doesn't bother me that much, so you know, whatever. See, one there and one up there, but it definitely feels a lot more, well, like paper now. So, how about we hit up the brightness settings? With the brightness settings turned all the way up, you can still, if you make a mistake, like I did, you can still see this one or two dust particles, but otherwise, it kind of feels a lot better. I mean, in comparison to the Note's default screen protector that this sent, this is pretty good. I kind of like it. Finally, let's try out the writing experience. All right. Okay, that definitely feels, it feels like you're writing on paper now. Yep. Wow. That huge improvement. Even with this, which is, I said, is a lot slippier, but now it feels like I have an actual ball pen. It feels like I'm writing on paper with this. This is kind of fun. Try the eraser. Okay, that is pretty sticky now. It actually feels like an eraser. I'm not sure if you like that. If it kind of makes it a little hard to erase, because now, I mean, it's really sticky. It feels like an actual eraser on a pencil. So if you don't like that, then probably you won't enjoy this so much. But I like how paper-like it feels now. Let's try it with the original Note stylus. Oh wow, okay, that definitely. Okay, so weird how this is shaped like a pencil, this is a pen. With the screen protector, this feels like a pen, and this feels like a pencil, just because of their tips. So with the original Note pen, it feels like you're writing with a pencil, which is super weird because it used to be not something I enjoyed. But with this on, if you want pencil-like feel, I'll actually recommend the Note stylus because now it feels like a pencil. But how about the eraser? Let's check that out. Well, not much changed. Yeah, it doesn't really do anything for that. Now it kind of feels like this. Feels like how this used to feel prior to applying the screen protector. But honestly, not really. I mean, the difference with the eraser in the Notes pen doesn't really do anything. It feels exactly the same in my opinion. So really the only difference is in the writing. So now this feels like a pencil again, and this feels like a pen. But, well, I made some errors here once again. I screwed up some of the application. That's why there's this small bubble here. But it shouldn't really get into the screen and really bother you. And again, this is the price. This is the product. The link of where to buy it is in the description. And honestly, if you could apply this without any of the errors I made, I would say this is definitely a yes. Compared to the other screen protector, the default screen protector that was included in the box, and even the extra, which I failed twice, this is not super easy to put, but definitely an amateur could do it with minor errors. And you can look over these errors. So I will give this one a yes. Definitely, if you want a screen protector for extra protection and for an increased paper-like feel, definitely consider getting this brand of like screen protector. Okay, hold on. Originally, this is where the video was supposed to end. However, I used the new screen protector for a couple hours, well, more like a day. And I noticed a small, significant difference. I mean, it was a very small difference, but I think it would be very helpful to know about this for people that have problems similar to me. By that, I mean if your fingers are a little smudgy. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, be sure to hit that like button, and as usual, please hit the subscribe button just down there. Takes like 3 seconds or less, depending how fast your clicky finger is. So check this out. Okay, I don't know if you guys have seen my previous video, but prior to applying this screen protector, I sort of had a slight problem with the touch sensor on this device. Particularly with the trackball. I think this is called trackball. And see, now it works fine. Now, I'm not going to remove this and apply it, just so you guys have a comparison video. But you just have to take my word for it that when I used to click on this, for example, this one, to close it, prior to applying the screen protector, I would always have to click a little bit more to the left for it to register. Because when I used to click directly on this button, it would miss touch, and instead it would just go back to the screen. So there are several reasons why this could have happened, and I hypothesized 3 initial reasons why it might have happened this way prior to applying this screen protector. Hypothesis number 1. In the many years that I have been using screens, my eyes have finally given way, and now when I look at something straight, it's actually tilted to the left in reality. There's something wrong with my eyes. But that goes out the window the moment I realize that I have no issues navigating when I'm using a stylus, and also this Kindle, which has no screen protector whatsoever. There's no issue when I am navigating through this. So the whole my eyes are probably damaged and I'm clicking wrong argument just goes out the window. So scratch that. Now, hypothesis number 2. I have a factory defect device. However, the issue I was experiencing was only from touching. When I would use the stylus to navigate, like here, see, it's no issue. Touch ball, no issue. When I write, no issue. No mistouch, no problem. So again, that's probably not what's going on. Finally, the reason that makes the most sense to me, after thinking about it for like less than 5 minutes, is I live in a tropical country, and thus I tend to sweat a lot, including my fingers. Now, this is not exclusive to people who live in tropical countries. I know that other people in the northern countries, or even really like winter type countries, I don't know what you call that, tundra? Anyway, I know that you guys can still have kind of sweaty fingers, and I think that is what was confusing the device. Having kind of sweaty fingers smudges it a little bit, so it's not really sure exactly where you're touching, which was skewing my touches on the screen. So applying this screen protector, rather than saying it was a factory defect or a misalignment of the screen, I think that applying it simply fixed the issue where, I was smudging it because my fingers are always sweaty. So if you guys suffer from a similar problem, then this is another bonus reason why you should get this screen protector. Again, this is the Healing Shield. It's from Korea, and it's a matte screen protector. So links will be down in the description. Check it out. So that's it, guys. Hope you guys liked the video. I'll see you in the next one.